we do procurement and outsourcing. That is the division of the King Integrated Services Limited. And then we moved down to Dubai, since we're operating in Dubai under the King. In the King General Trading, in terms of whatever your demand may be in local markets, ranging from machinery, building materials, even oil, I heard you say oil and gas, equipment, any kind of demand, will basically do demand and supply. So whatever that is demand of our client, we have to outsource it. So with our knowledge, we can outsource all over the UAE and as well as the Asia market.
We are the sole distributor for all these products in Middle East, like ceramic bathroom ware, the household items like non-stick and the hotel supply items. Some enquiries from Nigeria, Kenya, and Tanzania for the distributorship of this bathroom ceramic items. And we are also looking for in other part of the African countries. Medical tourism program is in our plan. So many people from India, in the African countries, they wanted to go to India for better treatment, and people are going, but they are being overcharged by the agents, So for medical checkup and treatment, we are already on the work of. So from the point, from picking up from the airport to the hospital, where they want any, assistance like language issue, anything is there, we will help them. Plus, after treatment, dropping back to the airport. This is the service we are going to offer for the medical tourism. We will find the best, cheap and best hospitals in anywhere in India, Bombay, Bangalore, or the Ayurvedic treatment, physiotherapy, the physiotherapy massage treatment. That also we are going to arrange everything.
The media will ask you to go down in 6-7 years old. Very soon I will come to you.
You're most welcome. Even for your general checkup, not in bad health, even for your checkup.
Even people who are healthy. Frequently people wanted to know what is their health, what is the status of their health. So healthy people can just go for a tour or enjoyment, then finally they can have a free medical checkup.
Well, I'll briefly talk about a few stuff that we do as Volvet Events. We are into hotel management, we are into ticketing, we are into airport transfers, business setup, holiday packages, event planning, legal protection, and clerical services, which is more of government-related issues. Now and recruitment as well, because that is our area of interest. So first I will just highlight a little bit of our expertise. We are very good in maids, apparently, because this is the current demand that we are having. And we have contracts with them, and also we have a labor card with Teddy Bear, which is a semi-government of Dubai that allows us to be able to recruit maids. That is So, going forward into the other sector, which is called the maid, I already came up with a demand letter example that you can see. That if you sign a contract with one of the company, they will give you a kind of a demand letter like this, and they will tell you the numbers of workers according to the job description. So they have marks for job description, but it depends also which nationality that will be able to come, and also which category at the same time. So that is a sample of, they wanted cleaners, like 10 of them, security guard, 20 of them, and the total was 30. Why did I show you this alone? It was kind of a sample. If you are starting to relate with them, they will not give you a huge amount because they want to first see how are you going to deal with them and what is your process in terms of recruitment, which kind of candidates are you going to supply them, and then after you satisfy their need, then that is probably when they will be able to give you much number. And the minimum number they usually give is about 200 candidates in a year, in a span of a year, to be able to supply them. However, as far as this kind of roles like the security guards, the cleaners and the drivers, bike drivers, sales associates, the recruiters usually would prefer the candidates to be able to to pay for their fares. So what we do is that you negotiate with the recruiter and you tell them that, okay, I will take care of the charges and make sure that the candidate is in UAE. But then the visa processes will be on your end. For us, we are giving you the offer letter, which you can show them. So once you are satisfied with the demand letter, negotiate with how much the visa costing. They will not take anything more than that. They will tell you that, okay, you take care of the visa costing and the ticket only. For us, we are willing to take the candidates to come and operate with us. So once you agree with them, then you as a recruiter in Mozambique or Malawi, you sit down and know maybe how much you charge per candidate. That is upon you. Then you pay, or you pay the person, the company dealing with. Then they'll send you the offer letters. Then they'll proceed with paperwork of visa and tickets. Then you supply them. So that is as far as this kind of jobs are concerned. But not to forget also, it doesn't mean that all companies, they will ask for these payments. We can also have companies that will request for a number of, let's say, 100 recruitment, and they are ready to take care of all expenses from A to Z. So why we have to show you this is because when it happens to come, you don't get shocked that, why should we have to pay? Because this is now the system which has been common in the UAE. So our target, we as the people in recruitment agents, we always emphasize to look forward to deal with more government companies like RTA, because RTA will not ask any call. They will definitely come and look into your profile and then feel like you're eligible. Then they will definitely give you demand later for you to proceed. Then lastly, to talk about the language barrier. Again, we have also professional jobs that if we need to look into, I believe that at least the professional people in Mozambique or Malawi, they at least have a language to speak. So that we also need to look into professional companies like Emirates, ADNOC, because they can have this kind of check-in. Then don't get worried about the language for the security and the drivers and the bike riders. They don't care about the language. All they need is...
We have experience. We have experience.
Thank you, sir.
A taxi driver.
Thank you.
It's also easy to communicate with them.
Yeah, sure. So,
we communicate many times using body language.
Thank you. Some of them, right.
That's the international language.
Yes, it's not a hindrance.
Yeah.
All they want is when they come here, as long as they are able to satisfy the clients and do their work, so those demands are all available. So basically, that is what I can talk about.
I have one question there. Just for the case, because it's okay, can you plan care of the position for company or other company? In the case where the company requests us to pay, let's say, the ticket and all expenses related in the country, after we send people to them, who is going to pay that finally? Because in case of Mozambique, there is one principle that the candidate cannot pay any cents. according to our constitution, to have job, it's
prohibited.
Yeah.
Not allowed.
It's not allowed to charge them. No?
It's illegal.
Illegal. No? So it's a right as a Mozambican for them that I can have a job. So I cannot pay anything for that. So for this case, how normally this is done?
Yeah, let me just chip in something, which is why when one of the other guy that came to reveal the secret to you or to us in that conference, I listened carefully to His Excellency. He diplomatically answered it. The same thing applies here in UAE. The law of this UAE did not allow the employee to pay for visa for anything. That is it. But because of the quest in African countries, like for example, from my country, Nigeria, they are willing to pay and get a job. So in that sense, and some of the other countries in Africa, they are, I really appreciate what His Excellency, how he portrayed, how he spoke about citizenship, which I appreciate. So because of that, the recruitment agency here have taken that advantage, doing it despite the fact that it is not legal, but they have coined it in a way that you cannot have any paper to show that you have paid for your visa. So, like you were saying, there is a governmental recruitment that requires a professional recruiter abroad that can help them recruit people in particular field. So in that case, when we have understanding between us, if we have such a thing, you will give us your particulars, like your company's particulars, for us to use as a tender. To demand from them that we have a recruitment company in Mozambique, for example. If it is them that's going to bear the cost, we will see a way we draft it that the candidate is not necessary to go and pay anything. In some cases, the recruiting company sometimes pays even for that services. That is how it is supposed to be.
The rule came that there is no payment. But the new rule also came, that is directly from MOHAR, which is the Human Resource Department, whereby most people who used to come in as candidates, they were absolutely being absconded.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of abscond cases, and what caused the abscond cases is because, one, they could recruit people, either they have HIV, or they could recruit people without screening they have tuberculosis and hepatitis, which is not acceptable in the UAE. So they don't go through the process. The agents in the Africa, or not only Africa, all over the world, they will say that our candidates are okay because they want to send. So now the companies here could take care of all the costing, but then when the candidates reach here, they get disappointed. So due to too much losses that the companies were incurred, they had to write this directly to the government, which approved that you can charge the company. That's why once you get a demand letter, the company has a right to come to Africa or to go to anywhere in the country and screen them physically, because it is allowed in UAE to charge it. How is the charge? Only the fare of your ticket and visa process. This is how it is in the law. The law says that the candidate, between the company and company, the candidate or the company has to pay for their visa charges and ticket fares. Then we have also other companies that once you pay and they come, and after 6 months of probation, the company pays back that money through either salary or whichever way, but they stopped the issue of funding.
There are chances. You'll find a 70% chance is because the candidate is lazy. 100%. You'll find 30% when the working conditions are not favorable. So if you have a tight contract with the person you're giving these workers to, they are able to do the necessary follow-up. But when you choose immediately to have a direct line with the workers, it becomes a challenge in terms of getting the right response. Because we lie, naturally. You bring a lady from Uganda, for instance, there's one housemaid candidate that we had, and she's pregnant. She came here, she's 2 months pregnant. They took her for the medical, and she's still insisting that while I was here waiting, I did not sleep with anybody, I'm not pregnant. The scan is wrong. You understand? So you get cases like that. You'll get a person who will say, okay, I'm being mistreated. When they'll show you the surveillance footage, she's on her phone full time. She's supposed to be working. The house is not clean. The baby is not taken care of. But because she has Wi-Fi to communicate back home, she's on her phone full time. So you need to, it's very right to show the concern for the person you're bringing. However, we need to remember that there's also human element where you'll get a person who does not work. We all have those people in our families. Even on the home ground. Even we've employed these people in our homes. And you're able to tell, okay, this person is not doing anything. So when you give that person an ear, especially when they're abroad, it becomes a challenge. You'll get so many people who cry wolf. And because it's strict and the government is bringing in these, they're just trying to let loose in Mozambique, like you said. So every concern will be addressed very fast. They'll say, okay, this person is complaining, but have a team here that is following up on that complaint before the information reaches there. That would be the first aid to such a situation.
Tradition of working abroad came in the past. For example, my grandfather, he went to South Africa to work on the mining industry. So there is a tradition in south of Mozambique that people were sent to work. Even today they still working there, you know. And after independence, it was an experience because our government signed an agreement with German. Many young people were sent to German to work abroad, you know. And as a businessman, sometimes I used to discuss with our colleague. We complain and say, okay, these people, Mozambicans, in country, they are lazy. They're not performing when they are in the country. But when they are abroad, they are very disciplined. They are performing because they know that they have to.
They have to survive.
They have to survive. So I see, okay, we are talking about the human. So behavior can change depending on the personalities, on the conditions, etc., etc. But of course, we need to look for that. No? Even in our team in Mozambique, we have recruiters, but we are now designing programs which before they come here they have to attend. We have to train them about the culture. Even also we ask we are working with some banks to explain to them, give some few financial, because they will receive their money, they have to deposit the money, all these things, no? And so that they can come here need to be equipped to face what they're supposed to face, not just only take them and send them then, because the risk of having many people coming back will be high, you know. And we are very, very busy on that, and we'll include the own psychologists also to deal with this. If we set up a team here, psychologists must be in, because it has to follow all these things. So we have more than 25 years of experience on recruiting people, and we are doing this in Mozambique. We have a service which we call outsourcing. The difference is that we are going now to start to do the outsourcing abroad. But because in the country also, we have this kind of complaint. Sometimes we place someone in one company, and after some time, problems, is not performing, etc., 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 and then, But okay, the very important issue is that we are discussing now, and now we are keeping our mind, we are preparing ourselves to do our best.
Yes, David, and from his logistic company. Basically, we do logistics globally, but we have an upper hand in African countries. The reason as to why we have an upper hand is first and foremost, we are Africans. And now we have our partners here from India. That is why you had my colleague here, my partner Joby, speaking about the logistics and the procurement that we are doing in the Asian continent. And when I mention Asia, I just mean that it means that even China, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, anything we can outsource from there. Going back to Africa, because Africa is the market. Africa is the sweet darling girl of the economy. And the moment we realize that, we are going to rise up in a big way. So we have a very huge strength with my brother here, Kingsley, coming from the west, and I'm coming from the east. He's in charge of the western block and region or sector. I'm in charge of the Eastern Africa block and sector, comprising of like 17 countries, because East Africa is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. They are all coming. East Africa is becoming one big thing. So the countries are shrinking, becoming smaller and smaller, so that you can form a big block.
But we have to promote new young people to be the president. So, because some of the countries, very, very old people.
That's what you don't tell me.
Nobody was not mentioned in the country.
We should take people from Senegal. Senegal example is going to be all over Africa.
Yeah.
We tried it in Nigeria, as you may know, but the Kabas didn't allow.
In the country, that is not we are used to that. So our main strength is we do both air cargo and sea cargo. And when we are doing air cargo, there is two there. We major into big products. We can do A to A, and also there is A to A, and there is also D to D. A to A is whereby airport to airport, and there is door to door. Door to door is whereby after the shipment has arrived in any destination, you take the responsibility of the clearing. After clearing, you do the dispatch from maybe either from your warehouses or from the office. That is what we call it, door to door. So in Africa, where, as I have said, I mentioned earlier, my brother here from the part of West Africa and I from the East Africa, that one is fully covered. But however, we are working on projects and programs whereby we shall be replicating this thing anywhere we touch, especially in Africa, because we shall be having tariff across the board, the whole of Africa. We are still in a position with the major airlines like Kenya Airways, we have Ethiopia Airlines, we have Emirates Airlines. We are still making some progress in terms of ways and modalities of how we can work together, because as far as the airlines are concerned, they can go as far as dropping. And recently a new entrant of our baby company, Uganda Airlines. They used to have a train only, now they have a train which is flat.
And these are also launch parties. We organize several events from corporate to the entertainment world. So when you want to launch your product, you want to launch your company, whatever it is, we get the team together, customize something, and attract the right people for you to meet. And we have them at your particular events. Yeah, we do host several.
Adding on that, when you are going back to your country, you will get so many, inquiries, and people will come to you for anything, any inquiries or anything you feel that we can help you in that one. You can say your company, your office is in Dubai, and you can treat us like a working partner, and you don't hesitate to mention our name, or you can treat like us your own office. So you will be available here for anytime.
So that is what we're gonna work upon seriously, because we have understood we have uncovered the structure of Mozambique. So path forward, we will be able to acknowledge all the companies that are willing to support in terms of taking in without any kind of charges. So that will be communicated as soon as it is.
I must say, I never saw until now in my life this approach. That in Mozambique, we have a business association. We come together, but we are so individualist. But each looks for the inside. And we talk in generally, after the meeting, each goes their way. No one have initiative of join like we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I will replicate this experience in my country. Don't charge me about that. But I will do that because I will talk with the association where I am.
Go ahead.
This model is very important. Sometimes we have to join companies that you did on shop, each present themselves, and this can help to understand each other and also to offer what the market is needed. So I'm thank you very much for that, for this experience. Second, about what you said, there is many things to happen here. For those who present juice products like Zoya, in my opinion, the best way to market it is to open the country one room show.
Yes.
A small place.
Yeah, we are doing that.
Yeah.
That is what we are doing.
We are looking for
You will send them, people, they will come, they will see, they will touch, and then they will
Purchase.
purchase. So, more than, and then you can try there. Because many times, words in even picture doesn't touch what the people need to know. So, this is my advice.
Yeah, we are working on it then.
Yeah. So, okay, in Mozambique now, for example, there is going to happen in lot of the country. They are going to start to build infrastructures for support oil and gas industry. There's a lot of things to happen there. If you come to Pemba, it's a main city there. You open a room show or show. They will come. They will see. And for you from India, in Mozambique, you are at home because most of these activities.
It's from
Yeah. This is me when I was looking for you as a kid. I saw someone in Mozambique who liked me. You are going to feel well. So this one thing about the services. The promotion of services is another things to work on that. And I will discuss with my son, my business partner, Professor Rebecca, maybe he will ask you to send us the resume, or we can prepare this with the contact of everyone here, and a very short resume, what company does, and then
A profile.
we can promote it. So sometimes when the client come, our client can say, okay, look, want to do that? Please go there. If sometimes we see in the market, we can say to you, okay, please, there is something, and many times, sometimes some of these things is my view is that you cannot do every step looking for the money. No, there is something. For example, you spend your time here, to come to this kind of meeting, you should have paid to come to hear what we said. No?
Yeah, true.
Which means that, okay, business yes, money yes, but case by case.
Case by case, true.
Yeah, and then what we have to do, I think, start is promote, our. This I would like to say, really, I enjoyed this time,
Thank you.
When the driver was driving here, I was asking, where is going to take me?
You are in the upper town.
What's going on? And then I was watching, okay, but by the end of the day, I think, maybe you want to say something about
the old man said that was really good to hear. And from our side, look at all the different capabilities that you saw here and try and find ways to work. I've already started talking to about the phones, because there's a lot of people wanting to buy phones from here, and the gentleman as well, logistics, procurement, people that have requests. I'm looking for this in Dubai, not just you guys do events. I do a lot of big events in Mozambique and South Africa. I would say I'm the guy that sources the most international artists. And I'll show you.
Welcome on board. With your collaboration, you'll become one Africa,
In our team, we have a lady who is our business developer. That's when we are back, you will brief her about what's happening here, and she will start to talk to you time by time. And also, if you have some requests, send to her, she will respond. Of course, with copy us, because we have to follow that. But we are taking this very serious. So it's not...
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's do that. We learn, and we'll incorporate it. We'll change sometimes. We'll, how's this professor? We'll improve.
Yes, Mr. Nono, on that case, I want to compliment what Ms. Rebecca talked about in terms of recruitment and how we need follow the Mozambican way, that they're not charging. However, what comes to mind on my side is one. We can do the recruitment by job creation. You have people in Mozambique who would want to have companies here. We walk through the business setup. It can be a travel company, it can be a cargo company, it can be that. So let them bring the manpower, open your company here, hire your Mozambican people, let's get a piece of the UAE. And that's how it works. That is recruited by the job creation. It's something we can share as an idea.
Yeah, but this is a long way to go. You know what's the problem in Mozambique, in Africa also?
Okay.
We are looking for Europe. We think that opportunities is only in Europe. And when you talk about Dubai, if you ask me how many times I went to Nigeria, 0. How many times I went to Kenya, 0. No? But ask me how many times I went to Germany, maybe 10 times. To Amsterdam, 15 times. And to France, 5 times. So it's a problem which we have.
The mindset.
It's a mindset.
To India, I went once. New Delhi. Yeah. But because of the food, I was not encouraged to go back there. But India, by tradition, it's an old partner of Mozambique. Even in the cultural side, you will find permanent people in our government, minister, etc. They are results of the relation between African and Indian, but they are Mozambican. You see. And Mozambique as a government is promoting now the relationship with India, and so you feel if you come there, you see that you are at home. The trade part of Mozambique is the hand of India.